Being in the industry, we gradually get queries from clients during our subtle conversations. Across many such conversations with MSME, with an established market, healthy revenues, and significant growth opportunities, I realized that clients take as product and project management gets entangled. Yet, people often use the terms to mean the same thing, when in reality, they drive very different outcomes. Since we handle both portfolios in our company, I wanted to share just a simple, ground level view from what we see each day in the field. Let's start with the product side. What does product management really do? Product management is one of the most challenging cross functional roles in any consumer appliance business. They're in the middle of all three dimensions: the market, the product, and the business. A bit of analyst, strategist, and operator all in one. Their job is simple to define but hard to do. Connect what customers need is technically possible and makes business sense. Market and consumer understanding. Every good product starts with the market, with real people, not just spreadsheets. Product management goes out there talking to distributors, retailers, service techs, and end users. They dig into questions like why are customers choosing XYZ brand or ABC brand over us. They study design, warranty, pricing, and new trends such as smart connectivity and energy efficiency. The goal isn't to follow the market, but to find white spaces where our brand can truly stand out. Building the product strategy. When the insights are in, the product management defines what's next. Sometimes it's a new model, sometimes just a feature upgrade, maybe a better motor, quieter operation, or smarter control. They build the business case, project volumes, revenue, margins, and decide which ideas deserve investment and which can wait. At this stage, it's not about design yet, it's about clarity. What do we build? Why? And for whom? Then comes turning strategy into product. Once the direction is set, the product management closely works with R&D, design and engineering. They translate customer expectations into technical terms like noise under 40 decibels, auto clean, or 5-star energy rating, or 100% dude and atta with less sugar. They ensure that the product hits the right balance of performance, quality, and cost without any compromise. It's not just about innovation, it's execution that fits reality. Net in line is manufacturing and supply chain coordination. The next step is to give the idea life. The product management keeps in touch with the sourcing, tooling, production, and logistics to ensure everything moves in sync. They track cost structures, vendor readiness, and timelines, and push for local sourcing or cost saving measures, but only where the quality holds up. The objective: to provide a strong product at the right cost with the reliability customers expect. Finally comes go to market and launch. When the product is ready, the product management switches into commercial mode. They define positioning. What makes this model unique and why a customer should care? Something like smart cooling with 30% lower power use or India's quiet power. They are working closely with marketing teams on campaigns, packaging, digital presence, dealer communication, and launch timing. And they make sure the sales and service teams are trained and ready from day one, because a great product without a great rollout just fails quietly. Post launch, the real test after launch. Product management tracks performance like a hawk: sales, reviews, warranty claims, even social feedback. They measure what's working, what isn't, and what should change in the next cycle. Sometimes the fix is big, like a new motor supplier. Sometimes it's small, just like an improved switch design. Either way, that feedback loop never stops. In short, Product management is like a CEO of the product. They balance customer need, technical feasibility, and business profitability every day. How a week in the life of a product management appears in daily life. Let me paint a quick picture. Monday, you're checking sales data, seeing which SKUs are selling fast, which ones are lagging. By afternoon, a competitor's new design is on the market. You shoot a note to design. We need a matte finish option next cycle. Tuesday, you are in Delhi visiting dealers. One of them says, your fan is great, but the remote fails after 6 months. That goes straight into your next design review. Wednesday, you are debating with R&D, is a 200 rupee cost increase worth reducing noise levels? Everything depends on what he or she values more, silence or savings. Thursday, you're managing chaos. Finance says, cut cost. Sourcing says, vendors can't do it. Marketing wants the product name to be finalized today. You're balancing all sides. Friday, launch prep, approved training videos, packaging, and final checks before production sign off. Saturday, you review early feedback and plan next steps, whether it's a price correction or new promotion. That's real life in a product management. Not glamorous, but absolutely critical. What makes a strong product management? A strong product management isn't judged by presentations, they're judged by results. Sales growth, margins, delivery timelines, warranty rates, innovation contribution. Those are the metrics that matter. They understand motors and plastics as deeply as they understand customer psychology. They can speak the language of R&D, finance and marketing in that order, all in the same day. And most importantly, they can influence without authority because half the time the teams they depend on don't report to them. Let's clear the mix up. Product management focuses on what and why, defining what to build and why it matters for the customer and the business. Project management focuses on the how and when, making sure it's executed on time, within budget, and as planned. Here's a simple example. Product management says, we need a 1200 watt mixer grinder under 3000 rupees for tier 2 markets. The project management ensures tooling, testing, and production all happen within 6 months. So, in summary, product management equals vision, strategy, market. Project management equals execution, timeline, delivery. Both are essential, but they play very different games. In this era of fast paced industry with rapid innovations and renovations, success is all about who converts market gaps into successful, profitable products. That's where product management stands right at the crossing of customer need, business reality, and engineering capability. And with all due respect, when both product and project management work together, that's when ideas turn into real products people love to use. That's what we build for, and that's what drives us each and every day. I hope these insights helped you realize how much depth and drive goes into turning a concept into a real, successful product. That's what we focus on every day, solving the real problems, delivering real value, and pushing boundaries in this industry. We appreciate your time and genuinely look forward to what we can make together.